All right, at this point, I would like to bring up our feature.
Why?
Ladies and gentlemen, will you please give a warm welcome for, now, you know, I've heard him read, actually first at Bossy's reading last summer, I think it was. He did something about Berlin, and it was wild. And he's been on Poem Phone, and we think, what else do I know about Paul Skiff that he doesn't know I know? What do you think? He's a member of the Rogue Scholars, of course, who just finished a whole run of Sunday night open mic readings in October. It's not a bongo, but what is that instrument you play?
A djembe.
A djembe. He plays the djembe and sings too, which is really cool, but he didn't bring it with him.
That's
all
not
right.
true. Certainly.
Is it really? Oh, cool. All right. Will you please give a warm welcome to Butterfly McQueen, a.k.a. Paul Skiff.
I hate you with all my life. 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 Republican and Democrat, you spend all my money and treat me like trash. I hate you with all my light. 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 Republican and Democrat, you spend all my money and treat me like trash. I hate you with all my light. 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 Republican and Democrat, you spend all my money and treat me like trash. I hate you with all my life. 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 Trying to pull out things to read, and I started to occur to me that I had all these things from all these things that specifically used the words Avenue B. So, so I sort of put these things in the order that you were written. Some of them don't say Avenue B, but they're sort of about being life on Abby. Is this on?
Oh, no, it isn't. No, no, it's on the microphone, so.
Okay.
One. Of the three women, one bespeaks advantage with the cat. She and the cat fuss, tug, subdue each other with praton sent on a string. Then the woman combines whole grains of wheat with oil and water, her hands receiving, convince provender into dwelling for apples, their tartness shining right hollow of bowl full of smiles from just enough where there is no mystery which flowed first, word or dance. She quickens to vessel of laugh, shivered placid and struggled from, suspended still, like the skirts of her lover, unvisited by masculinity. The woman floods, arcs, and fills the togetherless spots of the room. Sacrificed, wheelless, up on blocks, undersides, vanished down to interior room, two-tone paint, the frame, its shade on the street, freed by the way industry becomes an emotion of suddenness as flawless equation of disassembly on the Lower East Side, disappearing to spare parts, cluttered with empties, rattling with snores of its end user, crashed over the wheel and crashless sleep, heat drowsed, lungs, pinched bladder, and a dream now transported. A man drives the wreck by slumbering, cruising through abbreviated right-of-way in stairs from inability to picture the end of the road. Of the three women, one stirs honey through lemon pulls, mint and bay from stems potted on the sill. Air trembled, seeded with the subtle tincture, smiling from this agreement, her crescented mouth included in the secret. She keeps other fires too. She is talking about pine flowers and hippocastanum that are ripening the accordance of her song form body, high up where sun and wind build, where the dirt form of speech comes useless or late. Other times from stone she will gather small reminders of heat with still lambent vial of her cheek. She can store the room with all the distance between physicality and belief. Her fingertips frankincense reddened, the way she spits and bites knots from her wrists is like how for 5 years she has eluded IRS. Across from the warehouse department building, up against whose stoop, spilled from his wheelchair, clothless, lays a sleeping one-legged man, bean and beer-softened back tipped agleam with sun, brick-colored, bearing stares that do not recognize courage when it is pronounced this way, so close inside the head. Courage is not supposed to come from exhaustion or be used to win sleep from the corner of a door jamb on 11th Street. Nobody can ask for the explanation that is a missing limb, so the limb is not as missing as it is invisible. Nobody can shut or stir the fixity of his nakedness. Nakedness is kept by their own bodies too. No one can turn out his dream. It is a bucket without handle, tipped into door jamb, sopped over rat perch, kneading his lips on the hard, cool nest where nightshade will spill. Dog shunned, the man has hidden our inabilities and shames at the subtracted limb with his own nakedness. Even the cocks are careful, drop their heads low. Yo, mister, they say. Of the three women, one has dropped her eyes like metal into books, unstirred tongue, the chooser of silence, its stilled flow, it moistens her mouth, the room, argument washed out, her face has come from the end of industry. She does not think brokenly or with hesitation. Long arcs of similarity hold her movements within the season's orbit. Broken column of sunlight folded over building's face. She will be like that, the same person for maybe 3 days out of all of time. Ripeness appears over her own stilled thought, a sequence of barely attained stretches framed by repetition, calling the room in on itself. She is spacey with the requirement of breathing. Once at night, she stole a parking lot by dancing. Charcoal splotched broken pavement strewn with bones of grilled pigeon, corner run on by graffiti bombers, sprack clacking common tongue colors, criminal noise of the rainbow, realtor of reality, flecto verathane slogans sissing, don't clown with drugs, drogas es muerta, with the I added between the L and E of LES. Welcome to the lies. Salute tagged up for squads of foreigners who park white rental cars mid-lane to level camera in futile aggression, missing the taunt laugh in ritual hostility on the wrong side of being unnecessary. Another memory that does not fit over fear or men on the street trying to bust into really living with inadequate souls, mocked by the attack of difference, hurried east, past their own faces, torn by whether the street is circus or graveyard. The squad jogging down to 10th was sent by men struggling against what children know. They tumbled towards the requirements of their gender, cocked open with very short emotions. Thrill, duty. People in the street are listening. On a bursted second, there will be a ceremony, a gunshot, or a joke. I think I will trot up over to Avenue A and hang out by the water plug until that pink-haired poodle comes by, and then I'll just stand there so she'll have to go home and hold it till her evening walk. Boo boo, the pit bull thought to himself. Tonight out on the sidewalk of 11th and B, Cheeseside down, is a whole slice of pizza, turning each tongue into a headless doll. Across these tongues, taste is making hand shadows deep in the belly of a blind man who whistles down the hallway. I have been sent out for Tylenol and raw oats. I will whistle just to hang on to how earlier Gina spent some time throwing water and greens up out her throat with deep eruptions, her voice a clog, I limbless in the rumble and spew, complicated, not helpless, my loose ends confused by cat-torn, distorted emptyings, the cat jumping through its own badness. On top the refrigerator swats at the baby alligator claw that dangles on a string stuck in the door handle. The cat who peels lips over moon-white teeth to gnaw at the wooden crucifix. And in the apartment next door, someone saws. The toothy jams will not let me decide whether I am or am not being put together into being glad. Gina has come home from a job she has this week, cooking dinners of fresh carrot and broccoli pasta for 2 hybrid dogs, smaller than chickens, who live on the 13th floor of a pre-war building whose living room they get to use as a tree stump while the hermaphroditic lingerie designer master is in Yucatan. I am thinking like a small hole. There is sometimes an appetite to be upside down, just like I know tonight out on the corner of 11th and B, someone is going to pick that piece of pizza up off the sidewalk and eat it. So those were early and the experiences. Today, August 21st, not one person has walked down 2nd Street to the 21 bus. Just 2 fingers that pull back hair blown across lips would let us recognize the promise mouthed by 5 hot minutes on the corner. No one lounges on the rusted chairs in the lot between number 240 and 244. Free time weighs in the dandelions there. Shadows and idle talk are somewhere else today, leaning on hands over sinks full of dishes, over delivery truck steering wheels, pulling apart broken boilers. When I ask mi portero Nicholas, ¿Cómo te vas?, he does not answer. There is only cold wind in his eyes. Sometimes, when talk is without purpose, we should ask ourselves not to feel unheard. But one day, when the well-off find their hands upon the foreheads of their priests, they will know we have listened to their gods fly overhead here. They will know when the rat and I search through each other's eyes on 2nd Street, freed in the conjunction from another difficult day alive, by our purposes paused together in the same steamy air. They will know. No one speaks out of arrogance here. No one can have the last sunset on 2nd Street. I am listening to the cars of the rich on Houston carry past hearts protected by speed that swallows the same distance, that through the night the police helicopter grinds up and throws its searchlight onto the Gompers' houses while yelling at the island of Puerto Rico. So close over the roof of my building does the chopper hack night sky up that my contempt easily pounds back on the metal shell. My heart is the backbeat of a defiance you will never capture. Hey you goons up there. Here is one who is hating you, you will never see. Beneath the shadow of the helicopter, across lens of the sniper's scope, over sidewalk lined with ranks of helmeted goons, upon street numb, rumbled by the tank, I will go buy a banana and grapefruit. I will balance the death culture with my morning hunger. Let the man who runs this city as a hate factory deny the truth of my need. I will starve him for a reason. Bye. You have been sung by the moon. I know that. That is why your face has no shadow. How do the March storms throw their voices between tight teeth to grab the ocean that wraps itself into a ball within the ear, worn by the return to knowing? There are tired passengers shining the floor upon which imperatives snail. Melody with your voice cooks bullets and money in a loudspeaker that moves anger to wait inside a broken piano that has been crushed open on the sidewalk, where naked metal chords are beat by sunlight, and a plank swung by a drunk man's closed luck bite. Truck crash, hollers the splintered spirit's mirror. It was just a maybe that's a nice poem. So I don't know. I do one thing now. So see, when the world's ending, there's other people who are tired of all the mayhem outside, and they come in and they need some coffee too. These lights dim. It's like too bright.
Yeah.
Dude. Oh, had I known.
Is that good or?
Yeah, I'll take
One
No,
that's
the
those.
one over here does these.
it. Alright. I just want to bring the house lights down.
Get a little boost.
Yeah. Alright. Oh, that's nice. That's okay.
There we go.
So, dance, Brian?